Tube, okay.
Oh yeah, I
Okay,
gotta
yeah,
get in
we're
lore
fine.
mode.
Yeah.
Okay. I had to get in lore mode and put up my...
Chase, we should go up to them and activate our in-character voice. Okay, let's go.
Okay. You're in a group still. Hey.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, hello? Oh, there you are. Luigi?
Oh, that's that, what's Achro, right?
Yes, we
Meant to miss
spoke
that.
once, I believe? Yes.
Yes.
Greetings. We were just in the area. We were wondering if you just wanted to chat a little bit. Just, we haven't met, we haven't talked at all, so we figured might as well get to know a fellow mortal.
Yes, I agree.
So, what's your deal? Everyone has a deal. Luigi's is a corporation, apparently.
I did, I ran a business. I'm starting to get it started right now, but it's expensive.
Interesting. And you, Kendall, was very familiar with you, it seems.
He's familiar with another me. I used to be a keeper. I served under the god of time as essentially their right-hand man. And I would keep time in our previous world and make sure people wouldn't do bad things with it. Righteous punishment. Righteous punishment. I was known as his champion. And he would facilitate my abilities, and I would smite whoever he asked for. And you are? And what is your deal?
I am unsure how to answer that question, I suppose. Could you give me something more specific to answer?
What do you do here? I understand you live in that tower over there.
I do, yes.
What might you do in said tower?
Well, I run experiments.
Interesting. Yeah, very interesting. I was a bit of a scholar myself in our old timeline. I ran experiments on magic and time.
I run experiments on the undead.
Everyone needs to research something.
Yes, it is an unfortunate fascination of mine.
Me and Luigi have an undead friend, acquaintance, kind of. A living skeleton.
A living skeleton, fully sentient?
Yes.
Yes?
Fully functional.
He hungers for mana, but that's all he appears to need to stay alive. He has to eat he has to eat actual living beings, though, to survive. He mostly dines on horses. The personal vendetta or something of his.
That does conflict with another one of my experiments, but I am very willing to work around that.
It's something. It could be a matter of a different world and leads to a different undead. He's been around. We've seen him once or twice. He's a rather interesting fellow once you get to know him. Luigi, don't you hate him?
No, I don't think I hate anyone.
Well, he ran from what I understand, he ran a corporation of dogs. He was he didn't run. He was an employee under them. Rather odd, a man made of bones working for dogs. Maybe he was a dinner. I don't know. I don't really understand that part. They didn't like Fox Corp. We're not fans of that.
What?
In my timeline, our skeleton friend, my timeline, he came from, there was a wizard he came from, and he fought with what was left of the wizard after he was ejected, in a sense.
Fascinating world you are from.
Indeed. The wizard, I'm unsure of the details. All that I understand is he would fight. The wizard's name was Noob Stir, and I believe he took his name from that wizard. But we had a different first name from the land I was from.
I see.
And the incomplete remains of the wizard called themselves Noob Burr, which was also it's a whole story and a half. Luigi, were you familiar with this in your timeline?
Kind of, a little bit, yeah.
So you are from crossed worlds that seem to have not diverged.
Similar timelines. I have dubbed my personal timeline the Prime Timeline, as I was the only champion of Radiance across the multitude of timelines of our world. So I was the Prime me, though there were other me's that assisted me. They too were followers of Radiance. I'm the only me here now, so I don't know what's up. I do not know what's up with that.
Interesting.
I don't exactly have names for other timelines. It was just, I'm the Prime One, I was the Prime One, and then there were other multitudes that were the same but different. Luigi, what do you remember of me in your timeline?
Uh, I remember you ran this sort of laboratory. You had a frog who did it for you.
Yes, that's lines up.
I believe a chrono keeper.
Mm-hmm.
And we all, me, you, John, I guess, Noobter, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And some other fox fella. I think he was an Arctic fox. We all lived in
Mm-hmm.
the or we like took a leave of absence in the in our town.
Indeed, I
Creation
assume.
Works.
Mm-hmm.
And
Interesting.
and we did like quests for the king and stuff. And a little
Mm.
after that, I think I returned to
That
school.
sounds like King Eligible wanting others to do his work. He was always odd about that. I never personally assisted in his endeavors in my timeline. I never had a reason to.
I mean, I feel like he compensated us fairly, though.
I don't do things for others unless Radiance asks me to.
So
And
you do things for others,
I would do things for others if Radiance asked me to.
but Radiance is an other.
Radiance would ask me, what do you mean?
So you say you wouldn't do anything for anybody but yourself, but it seems to me that you're
I
taking
would do.
orders from Radiance. And
Yes, I would.
well, while he's not the
I
same level of us, he may be his own person with his own sort of agenda,
yes,
I suppose.
and
And
I serve.
you're just
I
carrying it out.
serve Radiance's agenda.
Is it because you like Radiance?
Yes.
Would you do something for somebody else? Like, say you really like I don't know, Magnus is his name, I think. What if you like really
Yes,
liked
that's his.
him, and you carried out something for him? Would you do it if he
I,
asked you?
I, I would do it in my own self-interest, but Radiance's interests take precedence over my own.
Well, what if it was for your both of your self interests?
Then it lines up. If Radiance wants to do it and I want to do it, it works fine. But I do not question Radiance's interests.
If Radiance were to ask you to, say, kill a child, would you?
Yes, Radiance would have a reason for me to do it. I would have no problem.
Interesting.
Do you ever question?
Why would I?
I don't know. It's just
As
I feel like I
he
would
chose
question something like that.
out of everyone, he chose me as his champion, and it is my job to follow out his will.
What a fascinating ideology.
Mm.
And the gods of this world, what do you think of them?
They're a mockery of Radiance. Radiance's light and shadow blessed our world, and they would claim his spot? No.
I doubt they are claiming his spot. I assume they are simply filling the chair next to him in this circumstance.
I will tolerate none who would dare mock and or copy my own god. I wish to not deal with their accursed, horrific magic.
I will push you no further. You see, this is a sensitive topic. We are but mere acquaintances.
It's fine. I just have opinions on people that I presume aren't shared very often, that aren't shared with myself. It's fine.
I see. And your name is Luigi?
Yes, my name is Luigi.
Alright. And what? As Jayce? Is that your name?
Yes, that is my name. You may call me Jayce or the Panda. I don't care what you call me.
As Jayce put it, what is your deal?
Is my deal? That is very. I'm not usually.
It is a vague
asked
question,
these
I know.
questions, yes. I basically serve, much how like Saint J serves his god, I serve both of mine.
No, you serve two.
Yes.
In my world, they didn't allow us to do such a thing.
Why is that?
You picked one and aligned with them. It was part of the contract that the Pantheon had with the Dejewel Guild.
I don't know much about what you just said, but yeah. My gods were known as Harvest and Mechanism. Harvest was the one who oversaw nature, and Mechanism was the one we used to build our sort of little area for me and my other fox friends.
I remember your area having a lot of rather interesting things in it. There was that big building. What did you call it?
The big building. There's the Fox Court main building.
Yes, but there was the other one, the one that housed that machine that produced iron.
Oh, like
Iron
my
ingot.
my
Yes,
my
like the
farm
one you
over
have
there.
at yours.
Oh, that
Yes, what
was
was that?
it was the SCP.
Interesting. No, it's rather similar to my own timeline.
That's strange. How exactly close are our timelines?
It seems rather similar, though. There was some difference. I'm trying to remember other our timelines. There was the clan or faction that Noobter was from. He was with that slime and the other one that I don't even remember. There was the people that mined copper a lot. They tried pawning cheap copper on people.
Pawning it?
Yes, they labeled it with like their own label, and were trying to get people to buy into it. It was their whole bit.
Their bit?
Yes. And then they had a neighbor that were supposed to be mercenaries. I don't believe they ever did any mercenary work. Though they called themselves. Another interesting group of people. Hmm. Oh well, civilization pulled them into that world, so... There's a whole pantheon, by the way, Achro, that of our world. Is Shrimp mentioned any of them outside of
You
the
mean Kindle?
Kindle? Whatever. Oh yeah, Shrimp was the other one, wasn't it? I get the foxes confused.
Wow, that is...
I figure that having knowledge of so many different timelines that you would get them
Yes.
confused.
No, Shroom was what we called the other fox in the Mushroom College area. And they look eerily similar.
I see.
Yes. Kindle in my timeline was actually a potion seller. Though, funny enough, his store was never really utilized.
I see.
Mm-hmm. Luigi, did you have Kindle in your timeline?
I think so. It never really... I never really went over to his shop because us foxes, we really can't do magic that good. Anyway. But over here, they seem to be able to do it fine.
Rather interesting. He is a fox, if you can't tell. Our world had plenty of creatures turned humanoid. Put it that way. We had a slime who was humanoid in shape. Of course we had a living skeleton. What other? There was a second fox that we've mentioned.
Do you know where the living skeleton resides?
He resides in the vicinity of the valley. If you would, we could possibly visit it whenever he's around again. Though he's.
I would be very interested in visiting him.
I believe he's some kind of nature type of. He was a druid, is what we called it in our old world.
I see.
He was called a druid, who was a master of nature magics. Well, I don't know how much of that skill my skills as a scholar in our previous world transferred over rather well, so I assume it's similar. Luigi, did your skills transfer over rather well here?
My skills?
Yes.
I can do, like, decent architectural design. The cooking seems a little harder from what I remember.
It's odd, you were a butcher.
I thought this would be more useful at cooking than I
Oh yes, I remember now. You were trying to cut up your steak thing with that magical steak you have with it. I'm sorry to tell you you're going to break the board at the steak.
Figured out the hard way. You were there.
Luigi, should we ask them about your your thing you're missing? Do you have the photos of?
Oh yes. Oh, I do have a copy I can just give you to. So I have two of my fox buddies. They whenever I was sort of like blipped into this timeline, I saw that they got blipped as well. But they weren't like they didn't end up where I ended up, which was over there. They ended up somewhere else, which I can't find. And I have these pictures that sort of describe how they look perfectly. So That's Butcher, and then this is my friend Finch.
I'm afraid I see neither of these individuals. I do not leave my tower often.
Well, we did show those pictures to Silas, and all that told us was it was impossible to find them because those weren't very descriptive pictures. At least you understand that they're different. At least you could tell that they're different.
They did have slightly different qualities to them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought that the pictures conveyed them perfectly.
Yeah, I don't.
Butcher's more
That's just what they looked like in our timeline.
yeah.
At least the versions of mine. People from our timelines I'm noticing look similar, though they look identical to one another. Suppose that happens to be true also for Kendall's timeline to the timeline we came from, because he recognized us, though we were significantly different. That's something to take note of. Though it's odd that only 3 of us managed to be safe. You figure that with an infinite amount of timelines, that theoretical infinite number of people from our time could have been brought here, but
With infinite timelines comes infinite possibilities.
that is true.
Maybe we're just at the beginning of the infinite possibilities, and later the infinite people will be here.
What about that other person that was? What happened to them? There was that ghost or whatever that was with you.
Oh, that ghost. Yeah.
Yes. Luigi also knew a ghost. Timeline. Though said person I never talked to very much personally. No, they weren't seen very often, were they, Luigi?
No, sadly no.
No. Though what do you know? Maybe Achro would like to hear that.
What?
It is a ghost. It is technically something dead.
I have minimal interest in ghosts.
What kind of undead creatures do you look at?
Skeletons, zombies,
You
those
prefer
fully alive, those fully dead.
You prefer something with
a
a tangible body, I take it. Tangible form to interact with.
With a ghost or a soul, it is already far departed from its body. There is no pulse. There is nothing there. It is beyond dead.
Interesting. I was never one for the studies of necrotic arts. That wasn't my thing.
It wasn't mine until my mother died.
I won't push it. Yeah, I won't push it if you don't want to share about it, but sounds like an interesting story.
I don't particularly mind. Her death did not affect me very deeply. Though I suppose it should have. I tend to ramble on. I apologize.
Me and Luigi have been rambling about a world that's a void now for however long, so it's... You can feel free to ramble as much as you wish. Well, we'll listen, won't we?
I'm afraid once I get started. There is also a high possibility that my brain will stop functioning for a brief moment and I will simply freeze.
That's concerning, but everyone has an issue of some kind.
I am myself not fully alive either. Through my own experiments, I have pushed my body to its limits. I've detached my own arm.
Hmm.
Sewn another on, reattached mine because it didn't feel right.
I've lived for a theoretical eternity, so it has made me question of when I stopped or started living. I've technically lived before I was born. A time traveler does that, you know.
Fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
I'm only 80.
I lost count eventually. Age doesn't matter to someone of my importance.
Yes.
Hmm.
I imagine so.
If you have any questions, you can feel free to ask them. Anything at all. Anything you would like to know about our old timeline or whatever. Where can I die? I haven't tried to die here, but
Like have like
theoretically,
no,
theoretically I was immortal. If I died, if I died, Radiance would have protected me. Here, I'm not so sure about that.
If you are capable of death in this realm, the gods will bring you back.
Of course.
I have heard they can only do it 3 or so times.
No.
I did, upon immediately hearing of this information, request to be, smited, as some might call it. It was very exhilarating.
How interesting. Radiance would have been able to bring you back any amount of times he so wished. After all, a god of time could just undo said time.
I see.
That is how I kept existing. I've seen theoretical alternate timelines of myself even die in front of me. It loses meaning eventually. But I myself have never perished. At least as far as I know. Luigi, what are you? Why are you a fox?
I guess I was
You're-
born as one.
I assume a similar reason that Kindle is a kitsune, or that you are a panda.
What is a kitsune?
Oh yes, he's the fox spirit.
Yes.
If you get Kindle to mention it once, never fail to mention it 5 more times. It's almost like a catchphrase at this point.
Kindle is a kind individual.
He is, but it felt like he was almost disappointed by my presence where I arrived here. He had a lot of questions for me, and we compared notes for a while.
He did speak highly of the version of you from his world.
He was almost disappointed in the research that I've devoted myself to. The other one was a rather different sort of mage than myself. I've talked with that one a little bit, though. Reaching to a timeline such as that far out of my reach is a little shaky.
Have you seen the worlds of other mortals?
No, I am unable to traverse to those. If I existed in said worlds, I could communicate with myself, and that is all that I could do. The only worlds I could hypothetically go to are alternate worlds of my own, though the interest obviously wanes on what I need to do. I've never met this Luigi, I've never met the me from this Luigi's timeline, or that Noopter's timeline. I've never. Yes, well, an actual living sentient skeleton. It's rather unexpected. You've been you think of skeletons as being mindless and, well, barbaric to say the least.
Well, no, they certainly do have a temper. The one I have in my basement keeps biting me.
I can assure that my Noopter at least has never bit anyone. He's, well, unless you're a horse.
I'm not a horse.
Well, then he should at least sit down and talk with you.
I can only hope I do not frighten him.
Oh,
I can get a bit ahead of myself if I am face to face with something that interests me.
you and me both. You and me both. Oh. It has been a pleasure talking with you. If you need anything, I am around the valley. I'm assuming you've been before. Okay, I'm around the valley though. My future base of operations will be not directly within. You may feel free to stop by and chat as whenever you wish. Luigi's not that far.
Meters that way.
I will stop by if I so wish to discuss things with you. Again, it has been a pleasure. I must attend back to what I was doing before.
I suppose I should go as well. It's nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you as well.
Dinner in the kitchen. We didn't really talk to him, so. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Luigi, out of character spin down. That was interesting. That was interesting. I had to cut it off because it's like 1 a.m. and I go to sleep.
That was very true.
Yeah, it's late. But yeah, no, that's that was interesting. I can't wait for Noopter to meet them. Noopter has so many plot hooks on the server. There's a necro.
A lot.
He has a lot to go off of. I have Shroom as the only guy I know, and other than that, I'm meant to be away and alone from everyone. And Shroom, and you have what? What do you have to do? But Noopter has someone who wants to interact with them, somebody who he wants to eat. His arch rival. Oh no, it's a bunch of stuff.
Do you think Noopter would know if we like bought Lear to him or brought him to Lear? Do you think they would fight?
I don't know if he would without being. If Lear wasn't showing the ear. But what an interesting individual Achro was. We talked to them and they're like, we just yapped about our own world and we just told them we kind of did our lore dump on them is what we did. Is what we do every time we just do our lore dump of this is our thing. We didn't have a god of the dead though. We had a god of the plague. In the old world. Oh yeah, you would hate that guy. Damn it! I should have mentioned this so you could have visibly reclaimed it. Ew! Did you still hate plague? It is a little fun whenever we get to sit down and be like, wow! And be like, wow, our worlds are so different, but they're also just the same thing, and we're just bullshitting.
Just some bullshit.
We're just saying bullshit. I'm just saying bullshit personally. Like I kind of just ad-libbed that shit about like living forever and seeing myself die because I theoretically could have done that. I could have seen an alternate version of myself get killed.
Are you immortal?
Yeah. Essentially, I was. Like, actually,
If
though.
I killed you, would you die?
Here, probably, yeah. I
If
wouldn't
I
be
killed you
too
in my
thrilled about
timeline,
coming
would
back.
I die?
Would you die?
Would I die?
I don't think, like, if you killed the champion me, I would just, like, come back to life. Radiance would because Radiance. Radiance is the time god. If I die, he'll just
Just
he'll
some
either
bullshit with Radiance.
just some bullshit with time. Luigi, what else? What else? But theoretically, I was an immortal, not demigod. I was definitely underneath it. It was kind of fun being brought up. Like, would you kill a child if Radiance has to? Yeah. Radiance wouldn't. Nah, wouldn't.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I like the ideology of me is literally I will do anything that Radiance asks me to because he is unfallible and perfect and everything. Awesome. I would kill anyone for him.
If Radiance told you to kill him and kill him forever so he would never show up again, would you do it?
Well, I mean, if
Radiance
Radiance
asked you
asked
to
me
turn into a frog, would you do it?
I don't. That's not a thing that I could do feasibly. I would try my best. I wouldn't question him. I would try my best, but like, I love playing kind of a religious fanatic for a possibly dead god. It's kind of funny. It's like really funny because I get to play up the card of I will do anything for them. I would fucking see that child over there. If Radiance asked me to, I would insert this sharp object into their spleen.
What if Armara was Radiance's greatest aunt and they asked you to slime him out on the street?
I would have to do it. It's my entire. It's kind of like as his champion. It's kind of a case of like at first I was probably put off by a couple things they asked, but eventually like it's been a theoretical amount of an infinite length of time with Radiance that eventually it just got to the point where, yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, I'll do it without question. Kind of that point. Like, I'm like kind of deep in that shit right now, you know?
Wow.
I would kill that. I would stab that child with a fork if I needed to. But also, Radiance is pretty sensible. Radiance is a kind soul. It's just like he was a kind soul, man. What?
Why are you his champion? You're just a narcissist.
I'm a narcissist. Well, I'm a narcissist because like he made me. Radiance is kind of but like strict. It's kind of like strict in a way. I don't really know. He chose me because I'm the special I was a special snowflake. Well, it was well, remember, it wasn't a case of Radiance choosing me. It was a case of I won and became his champion. Remember?
Dude, that's so cool.
Because the lore event was we fought the person and I became champion of Radiance, right?
That's so.
So I became his champion, and eventually it became a thing of me and just only other me's. And I'm kind of a narcissist.
If you're a champion of something, isn't the person who made the contest supposed to give to you instead of you give to them?
No. I'm his champ. It's kind of like a paladin who's like a champion of someone, right? Of like a champion of a god. I'm a tool for his divine will.
Oh, and what decided that? Are you too a harvest creature?
No.
You're a panda.
I ain't no creature of harvest.
You're a panda, though. We're all linked to harvest.
I mean, is a zombie a harvest creature?
No, that's plague.
I don't know. I'm a panda, and I'm the champion of Radiance. That's all I know.
I'm still recovering from my alcohol addiction.
You have an alcohol addiction.
No,
Is
I
that
just
your
drank a lot
your
of
lore?
alcohol, and like
Oh,
I forgot stuff, and that's why I'm really stupid.
oh, that's it.
Yeah, that's why I didn't know what was that harvest and plague fought.
Oh.
That sort of just erased from my mind.
Oh, do you still hate plague guys because they're just the enemies of harvest, but not because they fought in a war, a holy
No, I'd be
war?
way more racist if they fought in a war. I should put that in headcanons. Hold on.
You're
I have
not
an
racist.
I've taught it to somebody now, so I can put it in headcanons.
The panda has seen himself
Like
die.
I've been trying to like.
Dude, you know what I'm imagining? I'm imagining it's like fucking Uncle Grandpa, where like I saw myself die and then I walk in from off screen and just say, man, I wouldn't want to be that guy. It's like the argument of how he could beat Goku because Goku would tear him in half. Goku would kill him, and then he would just walk in from off screen, and he just couldn't die. Man, I'm glad I'm not that guy.
Okay, I forgot to put.
What did you do?
Forgot to put my cloud pet back on. Forgot to put the misfortune thing back on.
Yeah, but that was fun. We talked about it.
Yeah.
I'm going to sleep. I might go to sleep.
Do you want me to finish these villager guys? Do you want me to finish these villager guys?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can.
Goodbye.
Yeah, I know. I'm just typing
End
it.
of recording. Whoopee.